Hi everyone, this is Julia. I'm just going to run through a few things that you have to have for your assessment 1 that you're submitting this Sunday. The first thing that we're going to run through is setting up your InDesign document correctly, ensuring that you place AI and PS files into your InDesign document. So please place Illustrator files and Photoshop files that you create directly into InDesign. I don't want to see PNGs, JPEGs, PDFs, anything other than Illustrator or Photoshop files placed into InDesign. I'm going to run through packaging, how to set up your PDF with bleed and crop marks, and how your folder should be set up, and what I expect to see in that folder, and then how to compress, how to zip that folder and send it through to me. So let's have a look at a post that was created for me a couple of terms ago. This student has made sure that she has all the mandatory elements such as her AGDA logo, making sure that her tagline fits in with her concept. She has the website agda.com.au, and just having a look again at this AGDA logo, it is placed in as an AI file. So make sure you check your links panel, and you can find that under Window Links. Check that while you're placing files in. She has also placed in her PSD files here, and they're her backgrounds. She's made sure that she progresses and has the exact text: student designer, junior designer, midweight designer, senior designer, creative director. And as you'll see, she's got little symbols next to each one. And if you scroll down, she's got the different symbols that match up with where you can work. So you have to have that, where each person can work, where each role, where you can work at each role. So junior designer, for example, can work at a design studio, midweight designer can work at an advertising agency, etc., etc. So make sure you have that. On the back, again, make sure you have some sort of heading that fits in with the concept, and then have the people that are going to support you as the creative director. So that's something else that you need to remember, is you have to have your creative director in the middle. And as you can see from this student, this was her final creative director. She has him in the middle, or her in the middle, and then the people that will support you internally and externally. And as you can see, there are a few different people there. And then she has the student membership, $65 including GST, and a call to action: join AGDA. So you have to have the AGDA logo in AI format, the AGDA website, agda.com.au, details about membership. So you have to have student membership, $65 including GST. You need to show progression of designer from student designer, junior designer, midweight designer, senior designer, creative director. Please don't give them any other names. Please use those. And you have to have the different places they could work at each stage of their role. So where can you work as a student designer? Maybe you're an intern. Where can you work as a junior? Where can you work as a midweight? Where can you work as a senior? Where can you work as a creative director? On the back of the poster, show how the designer interacts with those support roles, and there's some listed there. Remember, this assessment is due this Sunday. So when you're setting up your A3 document, remember the one that is supplied to you, there's some interesting thing going on with the document. So just make sure that when you set up your new document, Control N or Command N or File New, that it is A3 in size. Okay. And from memory, it is 297. And I'm just trying to think of what it is on the other. You'd think I should know. A3 poster size. I know it's 297 by 420. By 420. And it has to be portrait. So 297 by 420. Make sure that it is 2 pages because it's back and front. And then if you head down to bleed and slug, bleed, you have to have 3 mils, and then just select this interlink button, and that's going to make bleed for the bottom, inside and outside, and then hit create. And there you have your A3 document. Okay, make sure that any images that you do place in that meet the document edge, by the document edge I mean that black line. For example, if I was to have a black square and if it was to meet the document edge, please make sure that it extends out to that bleed line. So it's only the things that meet that document edge have to bleed it off to the bleed line. If not, you're going to lose marks. And you'll see also that that's really important when we export. Okay. When you're placing Illustrator and Photoshop files, simply hit File, Place, or Control or Command D, and then select your Photoshop file or your Illustrator file, and then hit Open or Place. Okay. Hit Open, and then click and drag. And then you're going to see it shows up in your links file as a Photoshop file. Okay. Make sure, I know some of you might be using some elements from online. Keep those to an absolute bare minimum. I want to see how you have worked in Photoshop and Illustrator and how you've created your original works. Okay, so let's package our work now, or ensure to save your work as you're working, because you don't want to get to the end and realize that you haven't saved your work. So I'm just going to name it. Make sure you name it your name, Design Industry Assessment 1. That's fine. And then I'm just going to hit Save. Okay, now that we've saved the file, we can package. So just go File, Package. The main thing here is to just make sure that none of your links are missing. Okay, and that's in the summary. So none of my links are missing. And then I'm going to hit Package. And I'm just going to save this as Poster A1. Don't worry about the printing instructions, you just have to have a file name in there and then hit Continue. I'm going to save this onto my desktop, and this is where I'm going to properly name the folder. So it's J Garfoot DI Assessment 1 folder. Only make sure that you select these 3 options here. Don't select anything else here at all. Please ensure that nothing here is selected. It's just these first 3 options, and then hit Package. Cool. Once we've packaged that, we're going to export our file. And make sure you only do this when you've completely finished. File Export, and oops, did I go to File? Yes, File Export, and then go to Desktop. I'm going to go to my folder that I've created. That's my package folder, J Garfoot DI Assessment 1 folder, and then I'm going to save my PDF in there. Make sure that Save As type is Adobe PDF Print. File name J Garfoot DI Assessment 1. Perfect, and then hit Save. And then in Adobe PDF Presets, make sure that it is press quality. Deselect Optimize Fast Web View. Ensure that View PDF after exporting is selected. Head to Marks and Bleeds tab, and then offset these marks and bleeds that I'm going to show you by 3 millimeters, and select Crop Marks. And then down here, come to Bleed and Slug and select Use Document Bleed Settings. As you can see, as soon as I select that, 3 mils is coming up on the top, bottom, inside and outside. That's only going to pop up if you've created bleed in your InDesign document, because as you see, it says Use Document Bleed Settings. So ensure it's just crop marks, Use Document Bleed Settings, and you've offsetted that by 3 mils. Okay. And then select registration marks, color bars, and page information. These are just going to be another couple of instructions for our printer, or settings for our printer, and then hit Export. You're exporting once you're completely finished. Okay, so this is my double-sided poster that I've exported. Do make sure that when you have exported, I'm just going to show you again. That's fine. Oops, it's already open. I'm just going to shut that for a second. When you do export it, that you have got all pages, because you want the back and front to export together. Okay, and I'm just going to go back to that PDF desktop. This is my folder. There I have my folder. Now, it hasn't saved. The only reason why I just stopped just then to think about it is I don't have a links folder or a fonts folder, but that's because I haven't placed any links and I didn't type anything. But you'll find that once you package, it'll have a links folder and a fonts folder. So if I open up that PDF and I zoom right in, it has all my different printer marks and it has my crop marks. And as you can see, because I bled that black square off to the bleed line, it has correctly put my crop marks inside there, and I've offset that by 3 mils. So that's perfect. That's exactly what I want to see with you guys. Double-sided posters with all those press-ready printer marks. Okay, so if we have a look at an example of what a folder would look like, let me just find one. It would have a links folder and then a fonts folder as well. So I'm not going to mess around too much. See if I have an example in here. No, that's okay. But you'll find that when you do package it, your fonts and images folder will be in here, fonts and links folder. Okay, it's just because I don't have any fonts or links. Now, when you're getting ready to zip your file, because you need to submit this as a zip folder, you are going to make sure that you zip that folder, your package folder that has your InDesign file, your links file, and your fonts folder, and that's the folder that you're going to zip to me. And it has your PDF, of course. To zip, on a Mac, right-click the folder and select compress. On a PC, right-click or press and hold the folder, and then select send to compressed zip folder. And that is going to be the zip file that you create is going to be what you send through to me. Okay, so that's what you need to know in terms of setting up your document, ensuring it has bleed, ensuring it's double-sided, placing your Illustrator and Photoshop files, packaging, PDFing, checking your package folder has your links, fonts, folders, and your InDesign document and your PDF, and then how to zip. Cool. All right. Thank you, everyone. I look forward to marking your work next week. Ensure that you do submit by this Sunday, 11:55 p.m., and that is going to bring you to the 1st of July. Okay? Thank you. Bye.